What makes a game perfect? Is it the story or the characters? Maybe some of y'all will say the gameplay. For me, it's always been about immersion, when a game makes you forget the outside world exists. Today, I'm diving into some of the most unforgettable gaming experiences that have left a lasting mark on me, as well as critics, and I'm 100% sure on plenty of other players as well. Let's get straight into it. And hit that sub button if you haven't done it already. Thank you. I still remember playing the old God of War games and just going full rage mode on enemies. But when the new God of War dropped, it completely redefined the series. Kratos, now older and a father, shows a side of him we never expected. The dynamic between him and Atreus adds so much emotional weight, and the combat's still brutal as it was, but now with layers of strategy and depth. Exploring the Norse realms, taking on mythical creatures, and just soaking in the story. This game was an experience. This is an easy 10 out of 10 for me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Sekiro's Shadows Die Twice kicked my ass, and I loved every second of it. From Software took their signature brutal difficulty and ramped it up with a combat system that's all about precision and perfect timing. Every fight feels like a true test of skill, and the rush you get when you finally nail that perfect deflection. It's pure dopamine. The Sengoku era setting, the creepy bosses, the mysterious lore, it all comes together to create something that sticks with you. If you've got the patience to power through the difficulty, Sekiro is one of the most rewarding games you'll ever play. Hands down.
You coming?
Red Dead Redemption 2 didn't just raise the bar for open-world games, it completely redefined what storytelling in video games could be. This is the kind of game where you tell yourself, I'll just play for an hour, and suddenly it's 3 a.m. Arthur Morgan, hands down one of the best-written protagonists in gaming history. The attention to detail is insane. The world feels alive, with little moments that stick with you, like watching a storm roll in or just kicking back at camp with the gang. Even years after its release, I still find myself wanting to jump back in and lose myself in that world all over and over and over again. This one has me seriously hyped. Ever since I saw the first gameplay trailer, I knew Black Myth Wukong was gonna be something special. Inspired by the legendary Chinese novel, Journey to the West, it brings the tale of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, to life in a way we've never seen before. The visuals? Unreal. The world? Feels like a living, breathing work of art. But what really gets me is the combat. It looks deep, tactical, and super satisfying. And man, it plays as good as it looks, so we might be looking at an all-time great.
Mommy is dead, Hugo!
This game totally surprised me. It's not an enormous open-world RPG, but the storytelling and atmosphere make it unforgettable. You play as Amisha, trying to protect her little brother Hugo while avoiding both the Inquisition and literal swarms of rats. The stealth, the puzzles, the emotional weight of their journey, it all comes together to create an experience that sticks with you. It proves that you don't need a giant budget to craft a truly incredible story. This is a very, very, very emotional game, and that's what I love the most about it.
Ledger entries. Clever.
This game didn't just redefine RPGs. It probably ruined every other open-world game for me. There's something about stepping into Geralt's boots with his no-nonsense attitude and incredibly well-written side quests that makes this game feel alive. Even the smallest fetch quest has more depth than entire campaigns in other RPGs. This game's world feels so rich and detailed. Like every NPC has their own story happening in the background. We all agree this is a 10 out of 10 game, don't we?
Subject appeared in Skellige.
Dwellers, if you're enjoying the journey we've brought you in, please make sure to like and hit that sub button. It would mean a world to me. Thank you, and let's keep going.
How did you do it?
Man, The Last of Us didn't just tell a story, it completely changed the game when it comes to video game storytelling. Joel and Ellie's journey through this broken, infected world is one of the most emotional, gut-wrenching experiences I've ever had in gaming. Every little interaction, every quiet moment, every scene that punches you in the gut, it's all so impactful, and it makes you feel like you're right there with them. The way the game blends stealth, action, and survival. Perfection. Every encounter feels intense and meaningful, and it never lets up. And don't even get me started on that hauntingly beautiful soundtrack. If you've played it, you know exactly what I mean.
We were meant for this, Nathan.
Now, if The Last of Us made us cry, Uncharted 4 had us grinning from ear to ear with its insane action and treasure-hunting thrills. Nathan Drake's final adventure felt like the perfect send-off for both him and the series. Uncharted 4 is a wild ride from start to finish, and that Madagascar chase scene, absolute perfection. Naughty Dog somehow managed to blend cinematic storytelling with smooth, action-packed gameplay, making this one of the best action-adventure games ever made. If you're into Indiana Jones-style treasure hunts but with a lot more gunfire, this one's an absolute must-play.
Jesus.
Shadowheart.
One moment.
Baldur's Gate 3 takes things to a whole new level when it comes to storytelling. This game really understands what makes tabletop RPGs so great. Player choice actually matters. Every decision, every dice roll, every conversation feels like it could shape the world in ways that feel so natural that you forget you're playing a video game. And the characters. Oh man, well, the companions in this game are some of the best written characters I've ever encountered. Whether you're romancing Shadowheart or trying not to get devoured by the Absolute, the immersion here is unreal. Larian Studios knocked it out of the park with this one, setting a new gold standard for RPGs.
She's right. Lead on.
My city, the worst place to live in America.
Alright, let's talk about Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, we all remember the rocky launch, no one's forgetting that. But after all the updates and expansions, this game has finally turned into the masterpiece it was always meant to be. Night City is hands down one of the most immersive open-world settings I've ever stepped into. The way the city feels alive, NPCs going about their business, the branching storylines where every decision feels like it matters. Cyberpunk 2077 absolutely nails the RPG immersion. I'm just glad it got the comeback it deserved. Now, it's easily one of the best open-world games out there.
Condolences, friend.
Foul tarnished.
I went into Elden Ring expecting another Souls-like experience, but what I got was so much more than that. The sheer scale of the world is mind-blowing. You can wander off in any direction and find something amazing. Every enemy feels like a mini-boss, and the actual bosses are absolute nightmares. The lore, the exploration, the sense of wonder. This is the kind of game that pulls you in and doesn't let go. If you've checked out the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion, let me know if it's worth diving back in for. I'm really curious. Alright strategy fans, this one's for you. Total War Warhammer 2 takes everything great about Total War's grand strategy and fuses it with the over-the-top fantasy world of Warhammer, creating one of the most addictive and satisfying strategy games out there. Controlling armies of dragons, undead legions, and literal rat men? Sign me up. The tactical depth in this game is insane, and no two campaigns ever play out the same way. If you're into deep strategy games with a little magic and a whole lot of chaos, this game is a must-have. I've gotta give a quick shout out to Nier, but it's only getting a 0.5 on this list. Why? Well, to be honest, I haven't played it enough to fully dive into every aspect of it, but what I've experienced so far has been nothing short of incredible. It makes you question everything, from humanity to your purpose, all while wrapped in stylish combat and a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack. The way the game shifts perspectives, forcing you to rethink everything you thought you knew, and the multiple endings make you want to go back, uncovering every little detail. I want to hear from you. Maybe you've got a hidden gem of your own that should be on this list? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading your takes. And if you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the videos so you don't miss out on future content. Fellow dwellers, game hard, game long. And remember to eat, sleep, and maybe see some sunlight once in a while. Peace.